Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and I'm a little nervous today because we are trying something new. One of the things that I've talked about a bit on my channel lately is that I do want to try new things, and one of them is stamping. So I did do an Amazon haul where I showed some stamps I had purchased and ink pads, and then I remembered that I had these Amy Tangerine and Alt New stamps that were sent to me, and I just never had the chance to use them. So what I really love is the examples here. And given that I am not a stamper and I'm a little nervous about this, I kind of want to go with like one of their examples before I try to jump into a world of like creativity all on my own. So if you are a stamper and I do things wrong, please be gentle with me in the comments. This is brand new for me. But if you have any tips, of course, I will take them as well. So we're going to try this style. Also worth noting, I don't know how this is going to go in my planner in terms of if I'm going to have any bleed through. I feel like I should probably maybe test this with an undated page instead of this week in my planner. All right, I decided undated was going to be best because I was nervous about not the next week after this, but the previous week, because the previous week hasn't happened yet and I actually haven't even taken the photo of it, and I was like, what if this bleeds all the way through? So I'm going to take these stamps or this ink pad, and we are just going to take a breath and do the thing and put this right down, pressing firmly. It's pretty. Now, I don't know the lifespan of these stamps in terms of, or in the ink pads, because I'm just going to use a baby wipe to clean this off, although I got most of the ink off. I feel like this looks a little textured, and I don't think that that was necessarily the intent, but I'm wondering if it's because these have been sitting in my closet for a while. So I'm going to try to maybe do some more saturation on here, or maybe it's because I keep tapping it and that's creating these little dots. I'm not sure, but what if I swipe? Will that give me kind of lines? I feel like that might give little lines, and that actually might be cool. We're gonna put this down. Okay, still a bit of texture, but I don't hate it. I'm also like, is this going to be too long of a YouTube video if I have to go through this process each time I want to put something down? Okay, let's peel off here and let's bring in some of, whoops, oh, that wasn't, I was worried that I just ripped the stamp, but I didn't rip the stamp. These, I can tell you, I can tell, but just by touching them, that they are really high quality stamps, definitely higher quality than the Amazon ones that I had picked up. So I am excited that I realized I had these so that I can use something that's a little bit better. I did actually try stamping last year. It was a Patreon exclusive video and it didn't go well. Like, the video was fine, but the stamping for me did not go well. And I think part of that is just having the right quality materials for what I'm trying to do. So let's bring this in. I love that pink. It's really pretty. Okay, oh, that looks cool. All right, now I want to actually turn this over. Pink isn't coming off as easily with the wipe. However, I'm assuming, here's a sticky note that I still have to clean the orange. Even though the pink is a little bit stained, it's not stained in the planner, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's take another one of these. Let's grab a quote. I kind of want to go with a different quote than the ones on that pack. I will link these in the description in case you are interested. And we're gonna peel this off. We'll take this one off. And of course, I am going to be including some stickers and stuff because I still need this to be a functional planner spread. This is what I'm planning on using next week. So I like this follow what feels good. So we'll get this, try to get this really saturated since this is the quote. So I'm trying to make sure I don't see any little white dots through it. I think we got it. I guess the key is a little bit of patience as well. Let's turn this over and put right here. Whoops, follow what feels good. I wish I went a little bit left and didn't have this going over to Tuesday. Look at it, I'm stamping. It's exciting when you try something different. And so far, I like the result. Now let's turn this over. Okay, so you can I will say you can see more of it on camera than I can down when I'm looking here. I see, like I'm looking up at my phone and I see more than I'm seeing when I'm looking at the page. As I go up, of course, you know, and with the bright lights. But when I'm down here, I think that if I had stickers over this, it wouldn't be as obvious. And then I want to take just a couple of little like accent stickers. So I'm going to take this one. I'm trying to think, do I fast forward this video through so you can, well, not fast forward, but do I speed it up so you can kind of just like watch the process, or do we want to talk through it together? I think we're going to talk through it together because figure there may be some people who want to see the process, and other than that, they and others can, you know, kind of, I guess, fast forward. All right, so we've got those little cross hatches, which are cool. And then I'm going to take this one too. And look at this. I'm getting ink on my hands. If my hands look dirty, they're not. I mean, they're dirty, but they're dirty because inking can be dirty. Stamping can be dirty, I guess. And then we'll kind of put this in. All right. I feel like that looks really nice. I need something right here for that space because it's a little bit empty. So there's this final one. I think what's nice about stamping too is that I can be really intentional. Like if I just want this over here and I really don't want the other pieces of this stamp, what I'm gonna do is put this down, but I'm only gonna ink what I want to go on the page. Like I don't have to ink the entire thing. And that's what's nice about these smaller ink pads is the ability to do that. And of course, using an acrylic block because I can see exactly where they're going, even if they're crooked, like that one. The acrylic blocks are from Amazon. Okay, clean this off. All right, now let's put this back on, the cap back on, and let's bring in a little bit of planning functionality because I need that. So I'm going to go simple. Sorry, I don't think you could hear me. I'm going to go simple with black boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans in terms of the boxes for the page because I want to keep the focus on the color and the stamps. But we may dress the boxes up because the cool thing about this is that if I add something fun to these boxes, I'm going to write over them so you'll be able to still see. So let's take the stamp in the yellow. Okay, so now I think what I learned with the yellow is just really inking it. And I could even do a little bit of layering. Let's see how it works. That's cool. I like how that looks. Okay, now I need some bullet points for my function of the week. So I think that we are going to do kind of a combination of the colors, but I have this pink zig dot And because I'm using the undated pages here, I don't care as much about the bleed through because these definitely bleed through when you press hard, but this time I pressed hard because what's on the back doesn't bug me. All right, now we're going to want, let me figure out what week this is. This is the week of the 15th. So the 15th is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The 16th, like, do I have a Zoom that day? Let me look at my monthly planner because that's what has everything. The 16th is not a Zoom day. So I could actually go kind of small again for a box on the 16th and play around a little bit more with these stamps. Or I could do a taller box. Let's see. I feel like I kind of want to do a full box. Just trying to find the stickers. Okay. Put this down. Let's see. I don't really want it to go there. It can't go there because of the way I did follow. So we're actually just going to put this right down here. And then I'm probably going to do some kind of stamping over that. But I also want to do yellow bullet points right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now let's look at this space. So we have these dots. We also have this larger cross hatch, but I feel like that's going to be too big if I just try to fill that all in. But I also don't want too much, like, too much stuff happening. So I think that I want to use the pink. I feel like I used the wrong color here. It's not the wrong color. It's not the color that was recommended because I don't have all the stamps, but we're going to use this because this pink is pretty. But I might just go a little bit lighter. Not that lighter means a lighter shade of pink, it just means less saturation, but it adds a little bit more texture as we saw with the orange. I'm nervous about it being too much pink right there. What if I move it here? What if we just put this right here? Oh, I feel like pressing it down in the middle is key. Okay. I still think that this is coming out really cool, even if I had the wrong color pink. And now I'd like to put something over at the top. So I think we're actually going to do maybe another quote. Let's see. We also do have flowers, but I was trying to not mix too many things. Deep breaths. Deep breaths is a good one. What I want to do is deep breaths. Oh, I think I just broke that. How did I break that? Where was it? Deep breaths, or maybe the stamp, because there's a little, something's wrong with this one. There's a little hole in this stamp. Okay, we can't do deep breaths. So let's take Be Kind instead. And I was going to say, I wanted to do that in black, but I didn't want too much black. So what I'm also going to do is something else that's white, or not white, yellow. So I think this would be, let's bring this in and we're going to take the yellow. This is called Lemonade Stand. I like that name for it. Just really saturate this. Get me trying new things. It's actually a weekend morning that I'm filming this. If I want to try new things in my planner, I have to really be mindful of when I do it because while I don't love how that came out, it's okay. While I don't ever, well, not ever, while I don't want my content to be rushed, when I'm filming on a weekday, the fact is I only have so much time on a weekday between my full-time job hours to, what's happening here? Oh, it was upside down. I was like, that's not going to work. To get a video done. I am sitting here on a Saturday morning with nothing to do this weekend besides plan with Elise stuff. A snowstorm is on the way. And so it's much easier to be able to sit down and kind of relax through the video. Unfortunately, I can't reserve all of my videos to weekends because I wouldn't have time to do anything else. So we are going to still have weekday videos in terms of when I'm filming them, but the creative ones may just have to wait until weekends. Okay, I'm really liking this. I feel like it's fun. I did want to bring in something down here. So what did we do over here? We did this little thing. Let's bring in these little smaller cross stitches and use, I think, the orange. I also think time-wise, I can't quite see the clock, but I think we're okay. It's not too long of a video. And we're even just gonna kind of play with that a little bit. I, like probably many of you, have followed April of Mama and Craft and Jenny, AJ, I think she's AJ McGarvey now on Instagram for so long, and their creativity with stamping and just different materials has been so inspiring to me, and I've just never really had the guts to try something out. So I'm glad that I'm kind of taking the plunge now. All right, I think it's time to switch to another baby wipe. These are just like Amazon basics. I actually use these for taking off makeup, but also washing, like not cleaning my hands. I use my hands for a lot of my makeup. I am not some fancy makeup brush person, and I don't use a beauty blender. And so like as I'm doing my makeup, I always have one of these out to like get the makeup off my hands as I'm putting it on. And then of course I do like a full hand wash after. Okay, this is more of a peach color, but I want to see if the orange might work because I feel like it does. Yeah, this is a nice orange. So let's bring in the bullets here. I'm a little worried that if I put bullets here, it's going to be really loud. But I also know that if I could put bullets here, a box here. I think we'll do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's bring in, I'm out of the square boxes. I really wanted to do a square box, so I'm going to check another sticker book. What also happens when I do a video like this is there's going to be a lot more cleanup involved on my desk than just grab the sticker book I used and put it away. That's not quite going to happen with something like this, but it's all right. I am being intentional about trying something different. I was not intentional about putting that sticker down straight. You know what? It's ripping. I don't care. We're going to leave it. All right. I want something fun over here. So looking at the stamps again, and also looking here, you know, we haven't really used or much of these splashes. So I took out the other baby wipe and I didn't even use it. Let's take this Be Kind stamp off. Let's put splashes here. Let's see. Could probably do something like this. I'm a little concerned about the circles, like so many circle shapes. So what I might do before I do the splashes is take this. Let's grab Tangerine Dream. And we'll, I don't know, trying to figure out placement here. Put that there. This is fun. And then I'd like something, I want to bring in a quote, but I also want maybe something background, or maybe I don't even need something background. So let's look at the quotes. Now, my options are more limited when I want it to be here because I don't have as many taller sized quotes. So we can go small with like, enjoy the little things and kind of play around with that. But I think if I do that, I'm going to need something larger here to help fill up the space. So I had grabbed this, but I didn't use it. So what if we do this with yellow? I don't want the whole thing to be yellow though. And then we take pink. Oh, that pink is so saturated. And being mindful about placement. About right there. Why not? That looks cool. And then we're going to take the black one. And this will be enjoy the little things. I would definitely say that a process like this is going to take more time than stickers. And so if you're looking to try this in your planner, be mindful of that. That it's going to be a little bit more time consuming, a little bit more messy. I mean, definitely messier. Stickers aren't messy unless I'm like cutting a bunch of things up and my desk is covered in sticker scraps. But so far, I'm really liking this. I feel like it's a little bit loud. I probably went overboard over here, but I don't hate it. I just think that it's fun and it's something new, and that's what excites me. So I think we're going to put bullets, start off just right by putting bullets down here. I do still need a little bit of organization in this. And what I mean by that is like, okay, I have a larger box there, so I'm going to put one down over here as well. Let's see. Let's grab another box. And we'll bring this down. And then we want to do something up here. So there are some bigger stickers, like bigger quotes. So what if I take this Strive for Awesomeness sticker? Or sticker. I'm so used to saying sticker. This stamp, Strive for Awesomeness stamp. And then what's going to be next? Let's take, I liked this. Where is this stamp? Unless I put it back on here. This is this circle I really liked, so I'm trying to locate it because oh, here we go. It was on my desk, but it was pink. So let's bring in, I think, the orange here. Oh, I love when I get the hang of it. I was really nervous to do this video because I was like, I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it properly. I should probably do a test video, like not a test video, but I should maybe do a test spread before do this. But then the thing is, and like, this is the way that I consume content. And I guess it's really a personal thing of how we each consume it. But I feel like I want to know what went wrong when someone else was trying it so that I can avoid that when I'm doing it myself. So sometimes the process, I think, is an important thing to share. I want to bring this quote in. So I feel like black has to be the last thing that goes on, but you know what? We're going to try it because I can't quite visualize what's going to go around it. So instead of doing black last, we're going to try this now and see what happens. With the black, I think definitely have to be more careful. It's very satisfying to see the color filling in though on the stamp as you ink it. Okay, Strive for Awesomeness. It's down. Making me happy. I feel like my planners, it's not that my planners don't make me happy. My planners make me very happy. If they didn't, I would not be doing this. But seeing it like come together and that I created this is really cool. It also helps that it's Amy Tangerine who designed these, because Amy Tangerine is so inspiring and someone I consider a friend, and such a light of brightness in this sometimes very dark world. And so I'm kind of thinking, like, what would Amy do? And sort of going through this with that. Okay, let's bring this in. I kind of want to see what happens if I stamp right over the letters, but I'm going to be a little bit mindful of how I do that. I mean, yellow can't cover black, right? So I wouldn't put something down really dark. Not anything can cover black, but I'm getting a little rambly. Okay, we're going to take this one off, go for this one, grab this yellow. I want to bring in pink too, but I want to bring in pink in a small way because the pink is so bright. So we're just going to get this really inked, add this in here, and maybe actually use the pink for this stamp too, just to get this texture throughout. I had to pause the video because I had a reminder coming through on my ALEXA. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I lie in bed at night trying to fall asleep and an idea pops into my head and I set a reminder usually for like 9 a.m. the next day. And that's what happened here. So it's one of those tough things, but I mean, I could use like my notes in my phone or something, but I'm not going to remember. I might not remember to look at those, but I will remember because I'll be forced to when a reminder actually goes off. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of these cross hatches in, but only a little bit. So I want to be mindful about how I ink this. Be a little bit careful here. Definitely recommend these smaller ones. Unless you're doing like a really large space, I think that these smaller stamps are great because you have more control, or I have more control anyway. Okay, I like how that looks. I wouldn't hate bringing in a tiny bit more over here to help fill in some of that space, but just a tiny bit, like 2 of them. Even just maybe not over there with that space, but just a little bit of layering like right there. And this is where you want to be careful because I got extra on that. All right, let's bring in another box. I'm going to go for, I think I want this. I have multiple Mojo Dojo Plans black box sticker books out because I'm running out of certain stickers that I wanted to include. So we're going to bring this one here. I'm going to go a little bit higher over here. And then for the bullets, let's do pink bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I also want to add stamps to these boxes, but I'll get there in a second. We're going to take the orange stamp, Tangerine Dream, and let's use, we haven't used this on this side of the page, so let's use this, but I need a bigger stamp for it. So what color might work over here? I don't want this to be too big. That might be nice. Orange, and pink's gonna be loud. Let's get the orange inked. And why not with the pink? Why not go loud? Go loud or go home. But I'm already home. Already home here talking to myself. As I am most days. I actually did have a lot of human interaction outside of a Zoom call this week. This down. Yep, that pink is quite bold. And I think I need another baby white. So we're at, what, 3 so far for the video? I mean, I buy these in bulk from Amazon, so I'm not worried about using them up. All right, now let's do a box up here to kind of mimic. Actually, before I do that, I want to do a double box down at the bottom. So we need something that I haven't brought out this video. I don't know the last time I did a video without bringing it out, but oops, Come on, we need my white pen to cover up this line because I don't like seeing the lines through the page or through the sticker. And this will also have to get dated. We are not quite finished yet. I'm probably going to not do anything on the sidebar with this spread because I feel like there's already a lot going on. So I'm going to leave that be. Okay, now I wanted to do a box here. I want to do a square one. And then I also want a smaller box for Sunday. So let's put this one, whoops, here, I almost messed that up. And then we're gonna do one over here, but I'm gonna go like a little bit higher so I have room to stamp something, because by doing a double box, we do eliminate a little bit of the space with the ability to stamp, but some of these quotes are smaller and they'll be really nice here. So we're gonna take Beyond Amazing. We're going to take, I think, these. Oops, I put that on the wrong way. Definitely be mindful of that. Let's grab the yellow lemonade stand. And then I'm gonna put this right here. That's pretty. Takes up a lot of the box, more of the box than I meant for it to. And now let's take Beyond Amazing. Let's put this down. Sorry, I was kind of off camera with that. I need a bigger block. Let's not be upside down. Beyond Amazing. Let's grab the black. And we'll layer this over that yellow quote. And I can just write something amazing from the week. Not the yellow quote, the yellow dots. You knew what I meant. All right, we've got that down. I love it. Let's add bullet points. So I'm going to do, I think we're going to go yellow here just because I sort of did yellow in the middle for each day. And then we'll do orange up top because I haven't done orange on this side of the page yet. Now I wanted to bring in some more pattern over here. So what haven't I used? I've used these dots. I've used the crosses. I've used the splash. We have these little dots, which I might be able to layer with something. And then I think I want to use these again. So I'm going to do this with actually the pink. Although if I do the pink here, it's like right next to that pink. So we're going to do like half of this. More than half. We're going to do 75% of this and put it over here. And then I'll take the little dots that I was looking for. I'm putting these all on the wrong stamps. I should really be going for a smaller one here, or blocks, not stamps. New terminology. New to me terminology. Obviously, stamping is not new. I'll put that in. That's fun. Okay, now I said I wanted to do something a little bit with these. So we're going to clean this stamp off. Let's add some Tangerine Dream to this one. And bring this in right over here. This is cool. It feels very, what's the word? I want to say like graffiti almost, but I feel like that's kind of just the spray paint elements that are making me think of that. But I don't know. It's just something really different that I've ever seen in my planner before. So I'm liking it. I want to do something up top here. Pink is really the color I need, but we just have these stitches here. Maybe we just take this. and just a little bit of it. Tickled pink. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's put, uh-oh. Okay. Don't leave more than one block pad open. That's orange without putting the cap back on. I mean, if it was yellow and pink, I would have been able to tell, but I couldn't quite tell with the orange and pink. All right. We need to, well, all my stamps are, I mean, clean in terms of the first layer. I probably need to look up further cleaning on them, but they no longer have any ink residue. However, this does need to be dated because it is an undated planner. So I have Rainbow Date It by Mojo Jojo Plans, and we're gonna do pink or yellow. Pink I was going to do, but I don't have any more of those pink stickers. Those are also actually, these are a little bit too big, I think. Let's go small. Smaller. Maybe we'll go with pink. No, I'm out. Is pink something that I never use? What is this week? The 15th. Also have not pulled out tweezers today. 15th. I feel like I need the tweezers though. I can't just do this without them. They are my go-to tool. All right, so final thoughts on the stamping. First of all, I love this spread. I really think it came out so cute. And I'm excited to use it. It has a little bit of like old school Elise vibes, which was always color, but with black and with black boxes, which feels very much like 2019 Elise, 2020 a little bit, if you've been around. And what else? I love that I tried something new. It's still functional, but it's not, you know, just floral stickers. It's easy. That's easy for me, right? Taking a sticker book, grabbing some florals and bullets is easy. This is something different, and I'm really proud of myself for trying it and for the result. I will link everything I used in the description. I do have an alt new affiliate link. I don't believe I have a discount code, but if you like these stamps and you love Amy Tangerine as much as I do, these might be a worthwhile purchase. So this is the other pack. So there were 3 packs: Through the Rainbow, Hug Life, and this one that I mainly used was A Fresh Start. I like that there's cards inside that sort of show you a little bit about how you can use them with some ideas. And you can even cut this out. It's really cute. So that is a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this first installment of Let's Try It. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for spending time with me, for your support and your patience. And I will see you next time.